Got an interesting one today. B&M, Home Bargains, The Range, all places like that. For those who don't know what those names I've just mentioned are, they are bargain or discount retail stores. It's the kind of things they sell. You can get your groceries from there. You can get cleaning products from there, set of clothes, car maintenance, gardening tools, DIY stuff, and also toys. Now, the toys are pretty generic, so it's your standard board games and sort of clowns of Gooey Louie and things like that. You also get action figures, which are child-friendly, little Hot Wheels cars, and that sort of thing. But I've noticed recently they are starting to get their hands on a few collectibles. One of them I bought about a month ago was the Solo Lando Calrissian Funko Pop. It was about £4. Has to be done when they're that price. They sell a lot of the Harry Potter Funkos, which isn't really my cup of tea, so I haven't bought any of them, but it's good to keep an eye out. A couple of other things I've seen is some mid to low quality Justice League statues. They're about 4 or 5 inches big. They look good, and if you're starting somewhere with a collection, they are quite modest to have at a good price. Again, you could virtually shelve out the majority of the mainline Justice League from the movie for about 25, maybe 30 quid, probably less thinking about it. So, obviously my wife has to enjoy me going on and on and on about stuff like this. And especially now YouTube, and we're doing these videos, she's having to enjoy me going on even more. But what that's done is it's conditioned her to keep an eye out for things like what I'm about to show you. She now sees something and can identify it relatively confidently as a bargain or not, and she did just that the weekend. I'm very impressed with her. She brought home this Borderlands 3 Psycho from McFarlane Toys, and the interesting thing is McFarlane are a good name. They're a big name. They do some great collectibles. A couple I am right now. I've got the 2016 Doom Marine from McFarlane, beautiful statue, and also the Borderlands claptrap, which I'll show in one of the next videos, because that claptrap is a terrific piece. The question is though, how much did she pay for this? She paid £10. I've had a quick look online just to see how much they're selling for currently. A lot of it is on eBay, and it's anything between £15 and £20 plus postage. There's a couple of stores that sell them for somewhere in between that range I just said, but I've not seen it anywhere for £10. Yet B&M has got these on the shelf for £10. Now, today's date is Thursday the 30th of August. It's 7:30 at night. So these are still on sale as far as I'm aware. So if you can get yourself to a local B&M, they might have them in stock, and you might be able to get your hands on one yourself. It's really nice. So the box is pretty straightforward. It's a normal window box. You've got Borderlands 3 at the top, the figure inside, 12 plus, developers, logos, name Psycho. Inside you got the Psycho with his mask on. I don't know whether that's removable. You can tell by looking at his elbows and his knees he's articulate, as well as his torso by the looks of it. Got a little knife and the buzz saw axe, whatever they call it, and a nice little stand in the back to stand him up on. Side's pretty self-explanatory. And then on the back we've got this one obviously labelled as a Psycho with that stunning Borderlands artwork. And collect them all, just like Pokemon. Krieg, Lilith, the Psycho which we've got here, and Tiny Tina, although I'm pretty sure she's not called Tiny Tina in Borderlands 3. I think it's just Tina. Something to note is this evening I looked at for the Krieg ones to see how much they're worth, and that is currently on offer on Zavi for $14.99 plus postage, as opposed to $24.99, which they are saying is their usual price. So you could snap up a couple of bargains here with Krieg and the Psycho together. I can't get over sometimes when you find these things for £10, same as what I've mentioned before with other bargains, sometimes you just got really lucky, and having that bit of patience and not buying things straight away Gives you the benefit of managed to bag a bargain like this. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, we've got ties around the waist. Can't see any on the hands, but there's some around the legs, and they are probably the worst things to try and get out possible. So I'm not going to let you sit and watch me struggling to get this figure out. I'm going to pause the video. We'll get it out of the box, or at least get it comfortable enough to get out of the box quite easily, and then we'll have a look at him properly. So I took him completely out of the packaging. It was just as you'd imagine, horrific. They strap them in well, I can't complain about that, but trying to get them out sometimes is a bleeding nightmare. I can't imagine it would have been fun watching this video and listening to the plastic case that he was part of crumpling and cracking and screeching while I fight with it to get this figure out. So I've saved you the trouble. So this is him. There's an incredible amount of detail on this figure. They've gone down the cell shaded route, the same as the game, so when you look at him, he's got that definition. The detail though, he's got the chains around his waist here, attached to a sort of utility belt, with another belt underneath. Got some, what appear to be grenades. All kinds of blood and gore on his body. These knuckle dusters that would do some damage, the gauntlets on his arms, sort of convict style orange trousers with knee pads and the knees bend. It's quite stiff, which is what we like. Something on his leg which we'll get to in a second. Rolled up at the cuffs with some studded boots. They've even got them like on the knuckle dusters. They've even got them on the boots. So he's got, I was reading 12 points of articulation, I wasn't sure where, but as you can see, you can twist his torso as well as his usual joints. And then we've got the mask and the face. We'll get up, we'll get up nice and close to the camera. Look at that. When you think Borderlands, every one of the cases has had some sort of tribute to the Psycho mask. We've got the Vault symbol in orange going across the eyes, the mask, and a completely bald head. Although it looks like they've gone to the effort of showing off the sort of damage and scabs and grime that he would be covered in. As these guys are bad guys, they are the cannon fodder of Borderlands. So they you will fight many of these if you've never played the game before and you're about to. There will be lots of them chasing you down. And they always come up with some sort of cheeky caveat or something. They say, well, they're trying to hurt you. One of my favourites is, you're going to be my new meat bicycle. That'll give you a little insight into the personality of these fellas. So you get the figure, you get the axe, the buzzsaw axe, or buzz axe, whatever you call it. There we go, look at that. Plenty of detail. Old blood and gore still. Looks like it's been dried on. Weapon of choice. You get this sort of dagger. Now that's got a peg on it. So that is going to be going on that strap on his leg we were looking at just. Come on, focus. Focus. No. And then the stand with Borderlands underneath it, nice and simple. So we can get the knife in there, and then you can already see the space in his hand for the axe. Yeah, it's definitely this hand. That looks a bit snug. Imagine if I break it now. £10 for a broken statue. There we go. And it's the wrong way round. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Crikey. Hang on. Got it, right. Got it in. Required more force than I thought it would. Yes. So bend his arm up a little bit. There we go. You got a full-on Psycho with his axe for £10. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I'm props to my wife. Got a peg on the stand. You can sort of position him, and there you have it. There you have it. I'm really happy with that. For £10 to stick on the shelf with the rest of the Borderlands stuff, you can't fault it. £10. I would never ever think that you should discredit a shop, even if it is the likes of B&M or those, that they can't get their hands on something like this, because I would imagine it's something along the lines of they've probably bought so many thousand of these at a certain price, and that's how they can sell it on the way they do. Maybe, tell me if I'm wrong. Awesome. £10. Get yourself down there. At the time of recording this video, like I say, Thursday the 30th of August at nearly 7:40 in the evening. They should still be up for sale, so if you can get yourselves to a B&M, you can get your hands on it if you're a fan of the game. The game's amazing. The game is amazing. It's just absolute mayhem from start to finish. Lots of personality. And you can tell the creators have come up with some really unique characters, like the Psycho. You only look at him and you know straight away he's Borderlands, just by looking at him. I'm really happy. Good job, wife.